Yo, what up, it's Don.
Sammy Lee here.
We are the Soul Brothers. How you guys doing?
This is a review on the Jordan Super.Fly MVP L.
Interesting letter there.
So is this the new Super.Fly or not? And why was there no advertisements for this shoe? Because this is a big shoe, right? This is one of like Jordan's biggest shoes as far as like team models go. Like Blake Griffin wears it. Like a lot of their Jordan athletes wear. I saw Kemba Walker wearing it. And you know that other Jordan shoe that people have been wearing? You know that weird one with the zipper?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one, like, you know, in the Team USA practices I saw a lot as well. But anyways, I got a pair. Supposed to be React. It's supposed to be nice. I went ahead, played in them. Here's my review.
You don't sound too excited, dog, about this.
I'm very excited.
Oh.
Yeah? No,
All
yeah.
right. Let's see about the traction.
So let's start off with the traction. We have a circle pattern. Rubber is very pliable and soft, so outdoor use is not recommended. For some reason, like when I first started playing in this, it was very. I was playing on very clean courts. I saw the dude cleaning like every single day, so I feel like I was playing on really clean courts. But like lately, I haven't seen the dude, and he hasn't been cleaning for some reason. So it's been a little, you know, on the dirtier side. So like at first when I got these, I was like, damn, this is a nice traction. You know, it was like stopping, had some good stops. But then I was playing on a dirtier setting, and it was not gripping as much. And you know, it's hard obviously, but it's pretty hard to wipe off the dust. You know, and it's really like pretty impossible because like if you look at it, look, the dust gets stuck on the sides.
Oh yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like
so then when the rubber moves,
exactly.
maybe the surface of the side of it is actually touching the ground, which has dust on it.
Yeah, and it's you have to like really get in there to clean it.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to clean off the dust. So when dust is present, the stopping power was really bad. Well, it wasn't horrible, but like it was bad.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't great at all. But like on a clean court, it was a really good stop. So I mean, if you're playing on a clean court, you should be good to go. But if you're playing on a dirtier court, probably not the best. I mean, like even wiping didn't really help too much. So just watch out for that. And if you're playing on the outdoor court, not recommended also because it's a pretty damn soft rubber. So traction overall, it was especially since we play on a dirtier court, which is of course 24 hours. Now moving on to the cushion, which is probably what I was most excited about for this shoe because it was React, and React is amazing. But there's a lot of caging, and I feel like
Ton of caging.
Yeah, a ton of caging, and then this gray part feels really stiff and feels like a React carrier or some type of foam carrier. And then
this doesn't feel like React.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like React, and of course it's made for bigger dudes. Now you want a lot more like support, and you don't want a lot of like, what do you call it, wobbling.
Yeah.
You don't want a super soft
Instability.
cushion. Exactly. You don't want any of that.
This white part looks like it's outsole coming up. It's actually not. It's another foam.
But super
But it's
thick.
harder than the gray foam.
Yeah.
Which is, it's almost as hard as rubber.
Yes.
But it's not this rubber outsole, which
Or
is on the
maybe it
bottom.
is rubber. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's still stiff.
Yeah.
The gray part is a little softer, but I mean, so the court feel, not the best. It wasn't horrible, like the LeBron 15 or like something like that, but it wasn't the best. And response was good. Jumping around and like, you know, getting rebounds, you know, landing hard. Impact protection seemed to be good. And also I felt a little bit of a compression. You know, nothing crazy, but there was a nice little compression. This cushion wasn't horrible, but I expected a lot more from this. So I'd say I was pretty disappointed in that. But like, you know, aside from the disappointment of not being like full React, it's actually not a horrible cushion. You know, impact protection was okay. Oh, it's actually pretty nice. There's a nice little soft compression that I felt, even though it's like super caged and the heel really doesn't compress. But like I felt like the cushion, you know, I felt the softness of it a little bit, you know. And so it wasn't a horrible cushion. Another thing that I did not like is that it's pretty clunky in the heel. Nothing horrible like the Jordan 29 or like the Kobe 9s, but it is a little clunky in the heel, and heel to toe transition is not the smoothest, but
Yeah, this heel counter is insane.
yeah.
Comes up the whole back of the shoe.
We will get to this, but yeah. So cushion, it was okay. Moving on to the materials, you have a combination of mesh. I mean, the tongue is a mesh material, and the material goes all the way underlays the synthetic leather material, and very stiff, pretty bulky feeling. At first, of course, it needs a lot of breaking in, but once you break it in, it gets pretty soft. But I just don't like that breaking period. There's really no point in having that anymore, especially with nowadays we have mesh, knits, textiles and stuff like that. You don't really need, all this leather. But I guess they want to keep it old school. Do I like these materials? Not really. Breathability sucks. It feels pretty shitty in hand.
Yeah, it doesn't look super dope either.
Yeah, especially.
I like elephant print, but it's more of a retro vibe.
Yeah, exactly. So, stiff, needs a lot of break-in time. I mean, once you break it in, of course, any material really gets off. You know what I'm saying? But it's still never gonna be as nice as like a knit or a mesh, an engineered mesh or anything like that. So, definitely not my favorite material, but it definitely is supportive though. So if you like stiff, supportive materials, then this is the way to go, but that's not really what I like, so I didn't really like the materials too much. Moving on to fit, I went true to size. I mean, Jordan brand, all of their shoes have been really long for me, so I just go down half a size, and I'm just gonna call that my true to size. So whatever size you were in, like the Jordan 32 and the why nots also, stuff like that. Jordans have been running long, so go true to your Jordan size, whatever you got in the past, you should probably get in this shoe as well. Just watch out for the width though. It is really narrow, so especially with this material, it really doesn't stretch out too much. So I had some pain, especially with wise. It was squeezing my foot.
Needles?
Not horrible as to where I got crazy needles, but it was uncomfortable. So if you're a wide footer, you should definitely stay away from this. But there's really no dead space in the shoe. I mean, I really like the underlaying material. The mesh stretches over your foot with the tongue, and it just enhances the fit. And then it kind of reminds you of the Curry 5, with the synthetic coming over for support. But they just added the synthetic material just isn't super nice. So fit was actually pretty nice. It was just a little too narrow for me. So there's that. Support and lockdown, amazing. I did not expect any issues with support and lockdown in the shoe. There's no Achilles pillows. Jordan usually adds Achilles pillows, but not in this shoe. Lateral containment is good, and also ankle support is good because it's super stiff here, and you have a good amount of ankle restriction. So support and lockdown are very, very good. Just watch out for this little thing right here. I mean, when you're playing and taking it to rack or whatever, I didn't really notice it at all that much or at all. But once I did a jump shot and I really needed to jump and my
have some flexion on your foot.
Exactly, and then I went like this. I felt this part dig into my Achilles, the back of my ankle pretty hard. It didn't hurt, but it was just uncomfortable and it was annoying. So I don't know if it's just me that felt it, but I'm just telling you what I felt, and that was really, really annoying. So there's that. Moving on to weight, it is 14.32 ounces. Very, very heavy.
Yeah.
Very bulky. Very stiff. And not the most. Traction and cushion are pretty responsive, and fit is good, it's supportive, but it feels a little bulky and heavy on foot. But if you're a bigger dude like Blake Griffin and stuff like that, you probably wouldn't mind that as much, right? Yeah. Especially if it's a very supportive upper. So there's that. Moving on to ventilation, on the warmer side, there's really no ventilation holes and no airflow through the upper. So yeah, it was on the warmer side. Durability wise, I feel this shoe should last a really long time. Besides, I guess outdoor use for the outsole. But other than that, yeah, it should last a long time. Aesthetically though, not my favorite. I mean, it looks a little bit better on foot and in hand, but still like not my favorite shoe.
Yeah, not a horrendous looking shoe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just looks kind of basic.
Yeah.
Kind of budget.
Exactly. So overall, I mean, did I enjoy playing it? Not really. I feel like if you're a bigger dude and you want a lot of support and you mostly do like post up moves, and you should be fine with this shoe. The cushion is actually not bad. It's pretty soft. Definitely not what I expected. You know, like coming from like, you know, Kobe 360, the Epic React, the Vapor Street, it feels nothing like that. That's on a whole different level. But this is still like pretty nice, you know. So cushion's not bad. If you're a bigger dude and you don't mind that, then I feel like it's a good shoe for you. But for me, if you want more of a minimal, lighter feeling shoe, then you should probably stay away from this. And it is $140. So
Yeah,
it's more on the expensive side. I wouldn't really recommend it, besides I guess for the bigger dudes that do mostly like post up work and stuff like that. So, but that's the review. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.